Earlier this week, market journalists traveled to New York City, where soybean oil is being used in the forms of biodiesel and bioheat. Not only are they praised by energy companies and oil heating associations, but also by the city itself. Miles and miles from the flat fields along the rolling plains of Nebraska, the largest city in the country proudly consumes a largely Midwestern product. Attacking the greenhouse gases that come from driving and housing 8 million residents, New York City has embraced biodiesel and now bioheat as American-made renewable fuels. And in mid-December, it showed farmers from across the country how it was using their soybean oil to power vehicles and heat homes.
The New Yorkers love biodiesel and bioheat in the only way a New Yorker loves anything, all out, full of passion, and have embraced it fully. And so it's very exciting to come to New York and see that and feel it and witness it firsthand.
The reasons for the love and passion are simple. Cleaner burning fuels make greener cities. Starting in 2009, the New York City Parks Department began burning B5 bioheat in 150 of its buildings. The next year, it ran a B20 blend almost exclusively. Keith Kerman spent 17 years with the Parks Department and is now a deputy commissioner for the city of New York, where Mayor Michael Bloomberg's Plan NYC looks ahead at environmental issues.
One of the important tenets is to go after 30% greenhouse gas reduction by 2030, a major reduction based on 2005 levels of greenhouse gas reduction. And biodiesel, if you look at the transport side, if you look at the heating oil side, biodiesel, based on what CARB and EPA rated, is a major opportunity to achieve greenhouse gas reductions, if not one of the major opportunities.
For a city that procures 70 million gallons of diesel every year, capitalizing on those opportunities is no small task. It now operates over 44% of its 9,500 diesel vehicles on some blend of biodiesel.
So from a transportation perspective, biodiesel could really make a large impact on reducing greenhouse gas emissions and criteria pollutants, and then hopefully improving health benefits and air quality issues.
Driving here is nothing short of an experience, so it may come as a surprise that the vehicles stuffed into one-way city streets aren't the biggest polluters.
In New York City, we're a little bit different from the rest of the country, where most of our greenhouse gas emissions actually come from our building stock, not from transportation.
And there begins the evolution of bioheat. Oil heat blended with biodiesel or other vegetable oils and animal fats. Also the slogan for an advertising push from the National Biodiesel Board and the Nebraska Soybean Board.
Do you heat your home with heating oil?
In mid-October, 6 CBS radio stations in New York City began airing advertising spots describing the benefits of bioheat. In essence, a cleaner burning, renewable fuel that supports American jobs. But for an individual using bioheat, the benefit is also monetary. A personal tax credit, set to expire at the end of this year, was extended for 5 more years by Governor Andrew Cuomo. The refundable clean heating fuel tax credit gives those who use bioheat for residential space and water heating 1 cent for each % of bioheat used, meaning a 10% bioheat blend gives back 10 cents for every gallon used. While good news for the industry, Stephen Levy of Sprague Energy, one of the first distributors of biodiesel on the East Coast, says the work isn't over.
This business is still at its infancy. More people need to have exposure to it, they need to be educated, and more importantly, on the supplier side, we need to establish more supply, distribution, and infrastructure so that biodiesel and bioheat is a household name.
Therein lie 2 challenges: supply and distribution. Trucking soybean oil from the Midwest is expensive, so transporting via rail and water are better alternatives. Metro Energy in Brooklyn lies on the Newton Creek adjacent to the East River. It's building a 110 million gallon biodiesel production facility to supply its customers. And once the market can grip supply and distribution, Levy believes customers will follow.
The market will be expanding, and it will be a mainstay. Similar to right now, certain pockets of the United States, it is. Certain pockets of the United States, because of incentives or legislation, the product has replaced traditional fuels.
Those traditional fuels may be competitors for years to come, but the market for oil heat is enormous, about 8 billion gallons a year. Starting in October 2012, all heating oil sold within New York City will contain at least 2% biodiesel. As with any product, getting soybean oil from fields, including those along the rolling plains of Nebraska, into New York City bolsters reputation alone.
We run biodiesel in every make, model, age of vehicle, every make, model, age of heating oil system. And we can say, look, we've done this for, 6 years in a 1992 Ford dump truck. It will work. And that's part of what we're trying to do.
Later in the show, Curtis Harms will look at how Nebraska farmers and the Nebraska Soybean Board got involved with this movement that helps farmers here at home.